guys with him. And they have been getting, just like everybody else, pounded by mortars and artillery and are taking casualties. To the point where on the night, the 11th, there's the Madeleine had this little tiny small bridge, and it was blocked by what's called a Belgian gate. It's this funky looking obstacle that a bunch of them down on the beaches. And they, just by sheer manpower over hours, kept shoving at this thing, and they were finally able to get it just wide enough that one person could pass through. And so over the night, Cole is able to get 265 of his men right here. They're completely in the open. It's misty, it's foggy, bombs coming. The yellow building over there is the Inghall Farm. You see it located right here. The Germans have machine guns in there. They've got mortars in the hedgerows right behind it. Again, dawn is breaking, and this is all open area. And so Bob Cole has to make a decision. If he falls back, he can't do it because he's blocked by the river. There's no way he's going to get back through the gate. He has no choice but to attack. So just as dawn is breaking, Bob Cole says one of the three things that he never ever wants to hear. The first one is, we'll be home by Christmas. You're never home by Christmas. The enemy are just old men and boys. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. Doesn't mean they can't shoot. And the third one is fixed bayonets. So Bob Cole goes to his XO, John Stopka, Major Stopka, and says, right, spread the word. On my signal, we're going to attack. So Stopka's out moving around trying to let the rest of the guys know. When Cole pops up, starts running. And initially there's only about 75 guys that go with him because they just haven't seen the word. And eventually when everybody sees the lost, rush the Inghall Farm. They are going to take the farm. They're going to push the Germans out of there. The Germans are going to fall back. Of the 265 men who do the bayonet charge, 130 are going to be casualties during the charge. At this point, Cole's battalion is absolutely ineffective. So, and he calls back to his regimental commander and says, hey, we're done, sir, we can't keep going. And so the regimental commander tries to call up the 1st Battalion of the 502nd, but they have been effectively destroyed as well. All the way in. So the 502nd has a hole here. The Germans have fallen back into town. That's when the 506 is ordered to pass through their lines. And they're going to spend, and they start moving at 2 in the morning on the 12th of June. And they're going to move in the same route that we're going to follow around to the south of the town, and that's where E Company is going to attack in. You see them running down that dirt road. You'll see the Cafe du Stade still there, right at the end of the road. The whole 506 is behind. So the Germans can't see it. And then at dawn, they have to attack. It's easy got the open one. There's another small road to lead in. We've got dog and fox on either side attacking in as well. The defending caravan, originally was the 6th Mountain Diego Regiment, under our friend Wanderheimer. What he does is he actually pulls out most of his regiment. He leaves a reinforced company in this town, but they've got mortars registered on every single road intersection. The whole point, they know they're going to, the guys in the city are there just to slow the Americans down, to attrit them, because the Germans are forming up out to the west to do a counterattack. That's German doctrine. If you lose a piece of ground, you immediately counterattack. So the Germans are now trying to reduce the parachute force and get them together so they can counterattack against the battle. You see the battle along with the 12th SS Panzer Regiment. So that's where the tanks come from. And that's basically the Germans' last gasp in attacking. And the 101st blocks it. And once they take Carentan, tanks are able to move in, and we've now linked up the beaches. And now comes that we were talking about earlier. This is now the battle of the head road. This is where the conventional infantry units come in, and we're going to spend the next 2, 3, 4 weeks just grinding our way through the head roads. While more forces come in. That was part of the problem. We seized the beaches, but it's pretty shallow. So it's getting crowded back there. We've got to push out in order to bring more forces to it. So you feel the little pieces coming together. Carentan is difficult. The 101st has to take it. The 502nd gets terribly torn up, so they can't lead the assault. So the 506 has to come in. They're glider guys from the 327th. That's the 101st Glider Regiment. They're going to attack across the river to the east of the city and fight their way in as well. But it's going to cost a lot of casualties to get in here, and also a lot of casualties to halt that German counterattack. After that, E Company is going to end their time here, mostly patrolling in and around the Cotentin Peninsula. They're only minor skirmishes, and like it's depicted, you see where Albert Klein is shot.